Two. Oh, okay. We're live. All right, guys. Welcome back to episode 19 of year 3. Should be more like episode 50, but whatever. Who's counting? Um,
You were supposed to be.
I was supposed to be
Waffle
counting.
apparently is.
Okay, but yeah, Waffle's counting. He knows what's up. Thanks, Waffle, for being that guy. Uh, that guy doesn't actually usually exist in most groups, so we're actually very gifted to have that guy. So thanks. All right. Seems like my sound quality is working tonight. Everybody under the moon is not on the internet in my area, so
Hell yeah.
it's cool. All right, let's go here. Last session, um, Vea was brought back in a carriage to the Monts. You guys got a bit reacquainted with her. Rose and Lucian spent a little bit of time wrapping things up at the courthouse. You know, the town hall, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Lucian ended up going back to see Zamra, and Rose went to go see. Well, she ended up going to see some guy, some weird little dude in this little hut that was around the Silver Flame, and it was from the Sons of Sibris. It was an order within the Silver Flame. Apparently has something to do with the dragon marked heirs and them kind of being part of the Silver Flame. She didn't get much more information than that. He was like, "Oh, okay, you're gonna have some more visions. Apparently, you are, one of the sons of Sibris. Maybe it's spelled S-U-N. Who knows? Anyway, she went back. Lucian went to go see his wife. She's like, "Listen, babe, I love you, but we got to get these kids out of here. Shit's getting super dangerous. I'm going back to Stormhome with my family, and then we'll figure things out from there." Lucian's like, "Sweet." Back at the Monts, Vea is back. She's happy. She seems like shit's back to normal. She apologizes for her behavior the night before. She was just a little triggered by, everything that was going on. Rad is still in prison for whatever reason. Players have their theory. And seems like everything is strangely normal. Lucian, after he leaves, ends up driving through a portal with the Huntress to go somewhere. She like pops in the middle of nowhere in the street, and he like does like a little burnout, like skidding stop. Leaves some wheel on the road, and picks her up, and then they go through a portal. Back at the Monts, Kovanen and Zazie return Aurora to the lady for her to take and raise, and the lady's like, "Hey, give us as much time as you can. I need some time to raise her." So, yeah. Anybody else have anything to add?
Just pointing out, Lucian's leaving town with his girlfriend after his wife says she's leaving town.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty Mad Men of him. Very Donald Draper of you.
I don't know who that is.
It's
The only other
go ahead. You go ahead. It's more important.
the only other thing that I would think would be important to mention is that Zazie, in the disguise of Aaron, did have a talk with Vea. She and Vea did get a little suspicious at one point in time, but Zazie was able to keep it cool, and maybe they're friends now?
Yeah, you know what? I don't think that it was so much that she was suspicious as much as it was like, she's like, "Oh, wow, you know what? You remind me of somebody. I like you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, your cover is still pretty heavy. So she would have to roll some pretty high numbers to really break through not only your deceptions, but through the deceptions that the lady has laid down on top of your character. It would have to be pretty intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'd like to open actually with the two of you guys. I know where Rose is going. I know what Lucian's doing. But you guys kind of left off in limbo after speaking with the lady, and I'm gonna let you guys kind of take the stage here real quick, and then we'll do the expositions for the other two.
Okay. Well, the last unfinished to-do was meet Felt.
That was the thing. Okay.
That was the thing.
Where the
It
fuck
was
is he?
earlier in the day. They got telepathic message saying to like meet at the museum. I think later. But then the lady was like, "Go get Aurora now, please." And now that that's done, we gotta meet Phil.
Mhm. Oh, do you remember what time he said for us to meet him? Like, should we head straight to the museum? Or head back to the Mons, wait a bit, then head to the museum?
Well, says Kovan and Voss. I don't want to be there so early that it's awkward.
That is a good point. That is a good point. The Mons and the library and the museum aren't too far apart.
Nope.
I imagine we could just head back to the Mons and still be able to make it in time for whatever Belt needs us for.
Most likely. Let's waste some time. Let's kill some time.
Yes, let's.
We probably have, I don't know, a job to do at our jobs.
I'm gonna go back to reorganizing the library.
I'm going to go at least make an attempt to familiarize myself with the state of the house's affairs. I've never actually done that, and I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I remember a little bit about it from when you were gone, so I can actually help with that.
Yeah, why don't you go show me some papers or something?
She'll nod, and then they leave and go do that.
Yeah, they go to the manse, and Aaron Zazi has to teach Kovan and Voss what house paperwork is.
Okay, let me get let's see. What would be the appropriate role for instruction, like a teaching role? Help.
Well, I
guess
do
we
have
could be a
that
help role.
librarian thing.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's do a role. Give me a library use role on showing Kovan where the appropriate documents are and so on to kind of do the bookkeeping and note taking and ledgers for the house.
That's a 28.
Oh, very nice.
Holy cow.
Kovanen, give me an intelligence roll.
Love to. Five.
Okay, this is a lot of information. You know, Zazie blasts you with this like overwhelming amount of information. It's like gets to the point where, you know, she's kind of picking up different things and pointing out different stuff. And by the time she gets like a third of the way through it, you just start to kind of hear noises. And you start nodding your head. Well, I'm not.
He has
Maybe you
the-
don't nod your head. I don't know, but that's how it feels.
He has the eager look on his face the whole time. He's I think really from the get go he was just happy to be there.
Great, because Zazie is happy to talk at him for however long it goes on.
He's watching her talk and enjoy something. That's about as deep as his brain goes at the moment.
All right, Rose.
Yes. I mean,
Where are you? What are you doing?
somewhere between the church and the museum, probably. Probably just meandering through, taking her time walking back. Like, she couldn't find Captain Block on her own poor reconnaissance. But she's just kind of... She's reacquainting herself with Fairhaven and just kind of the general energy of the city right now as she walks by. Kind of, if there are any of the ward markers that she's been working on before they left Fairhaven, if there are any on her path, she's going to kind of check in on them and make notes as she walks. So,
Okay. What does that look like for you?
just relaxed and kind of reminding herself of like navigational landmarks, because she's very much a landmark navigator, not a directional navigator. Good luck getting her to tell you which way is north unless she could see the sunrise or the sunset. But it's just kind of talking politely. If anybody initiates conversation, she doesn't initiate conversation on her own. However, unless somebody needs a hand with something, that isn't going to take her too long to like help put a box up on a cart or help an old lady cross the road kind of thing. But she's meandering with purpose kind of thing. I did briefly wonder if she should, finally pull out her summon steed, but I don't think for this. She wants to take her time. Give herself some thoughts.
All right.
So,
Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead. I've been trying to find this for the longest time, and I just now realized that the reason why I can't find the maps for the museum is because they're premium assets that I purchased a while ago, and I need to like reformat the size of the page and all this other shit. It's like trying to make me do stuff that I don't want to do. I'm like, okay. So you walk into the museum, or the back of the museum, I guess. Is that where you're going? To where they're hanging out, where they've been hanging out. So,
and she's not going to take the main entrance. She'll take like the freight entrance.
sure. Yeah, that back alley where you guys kind of go through.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you go in, and you go into the office. You kind of walk down the staircase and to the right, and you walk into the room. The main hallway as you walk in, as I'm sure you remember, there are pillars holding up the ceiling. It's like stone tiled floor and stone walls, like a gray like brick, and the doors to the right, the solid wooden door. You open and you enter, and this room is all hardwood. It's kind of like a cedar room, probably to keep the moisture out. And there is a phonogram, or I guess a Dragon Crystal radio playing. It's kind of has a nice little relaxing tune going on. Felt's hanging out there just smoking. And Duran has a stack of books. he's going through, taking notes, and occasionally he'll move one book over to the side and open another and kind of compare notes on one page and the other, and he's filling out a another sheet of paper. Felt nods at you as you walk in.
Does he have a drink in front of him?
No, he's not drinking. He's just smoking a cigarette, or a rolled up piece of paper with tobacco in it.
Kind of look at him a little sternly. You do realize that this is an archival room, right?
Yeah, Duran said something about having open flame. It's fine.
The smoke.
It's fine.
Do you remember?
Duran just like shakes
You know,
his head and doesn't say anything. He's just clearly working.
Rose grins up. Do you know the amount of lectures I heard Grimvor give Lucky for even pulling at his pipe?
No, how many?
Not that he was bad. More lectures than he gave me, just trying to knock some sense into my head.
So I think we could both say that we don't know how many lectures you heard then. I mean, I could be wrong.
No, man. I was his favorite target when he was practicing for, his lectures in class.
Felt just kind of like rubs his forehead and kind of, shakes off the joke that totally did not land. Right. Duran
I
looks
lost
up.
count.
Duran looks up and does like the whole like looks one direction, kind of quirks an eyebrow, and smirks a little bit, and then goes back to writing.
I will say, Duran, if you're working on my earlier question, and she'll wiggle her left fingers with the marks on them.
Oh,
I might have found a source that won't give you a headache. So.
all right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be busy for a bit, but I mean, you can, if you want, when I wrap this up, we can talk about it. He looks at Felt. I mean, you guys can hang out if you want. And Felt just kind of looks up and looks around. He's like, hey, I'm pretty relaxed right now. He kind of leans back and goes to put like one of his feet up on the table, and Duran lifts his head up, and then Felt like puts his foot back down slowly. As if he'd been yelled at for doing that more than once before. And the two fall into a comfortable silence.
And then Rose will probably grab herself some water, because there's probably a water pitcher around, very least. Just kind of take up a spot. If Duran needs something to be run or something, she's gonna offer. Otherwise,
yeah, Duran is
just
absorbed. Felt just shrugs at you, and he points to there's like a stool in the corner. Yeah, Lucky's doing the street beat tonight, so I don't think you're gonna see him. But I think he's gonna be back in the morning. Anyway, I sent a message to your friends. They'll be here soon. I think. I don't know. I'll follow up with him later.
Any particular reason why?
I think we just all need to have a chat. I sent it to Lucian, but I'll explain when you guys are all here. And to Lucian.
Hello.
Hello. So, it was late in the evening, cool breeze blowing through your hair, riding on your Magicycle for the first time in a while, and you're heading down the street, and this figure that you're able to identify pretty quickly through your warder's bond and hunter's bond, and you come to the skidding stop, as we mentioned before, and she's basically like, even though she's dressed like the Predator, she talks like the Terminator, and she's like, "Come with me if you want to live," and but more like, you know, come with me if you want to like actually pass your test to be a Horizon Walker.
Yeah.
And you, of course, are like, of course, my wife's away, and that just leaves you and me now. Gith Yankee person from Baldur's Gate 3 that's stupid hot for some reason. And then you guys go through a tear in the air into a different dimension. As soon as you step through, you're hit with this oppressive wall of humidity. Towering trees are reaching into the sky, and there are sounds of animals and wildlife, trees, plants, everything. It's just this low hum of I don't know, energy.
Okay.
Water running. You're in a fucking jungle, man.
Is it the same jungle?
Roll history.
All right. Oh, what the fuck? Why did roll on? Oh, that's weird. So it rolled on fucking D&D Beyond and on Roll20. That was weird.
Beautiful.
But 13.
That's how it's supposed to work. All right.
No, but I mean, like, I don't know.
It could
I've
be.
never done that before.
It definitely looks familiar. As you approach the clearing ahead of you, you see a small encampment. There are 3 tents set up. The small fire in the middle. There's a couple like logs that have been chopped up and made into like makeshift bench and like almost like a small mess area for eating and whatever. There's a pot that is suspended over the fire, and there is a Githyanki and a man with like cobalt blue hair and like sapphire blue eyes, wearing what appeared to be probably once a white vest and baggy pants and a pair of white boots, but they're kind of like a drab color now from just the dirt of the jungle. They're stained and, you know, like green and brown, whatever, just rubbed into them. Looks unintentional. Roll history for me with advantage.
All right.
Actually, roll intelligence with advantage.
All right. Shit. Why is it
Zazie
so
knows.
stuck here?
Zazi's typing it already.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's red dirt because it's iron it.
There we go. Why is it doing that? The fuck is going on?
You rolled a nat 1 on an int save.
No.
Not int save, just int. You know what? Just
You know what? Hold on. Let me close out fucking D&D Beyond.
It was
Dragon.
Beyond 20 was updated recently, like today.
Ah.
I think.
just tell me what the number is. Just roll it and tell me.
All right.
Can you guys hear my seat squeaking?
Nope.
Man, I need to get the crisp going for my recordings because on the recording you can hear it fucking loud and clear. but you guys don't have to hear it. All right, Lucian. So while you're rolling that, the feeling that you get when you walk in, it's pretty obvious. The two of them are not comfortable with each other. They perk up and look up as you walk towards them.
Fucking stupid.
Dude, you just rolled double nat ones. You don't.
Yeah, apparently.
You don't recognize either of them, but they both look up at you as though they've seen you before.
Okay.
The Githyanki guy pops up. He walks over. He gives the huntress a bow. He walks over to you, and you hear in your mind, "We have another chance to redeem ourselves." He gives you like a slight bow. He reaches out to like shake your hand by the wrist.
I'll do it. Yeah.
He nods and then goes back to sit on the stump. The unnaturally attractive man with the blue hair and crystalline blue eyes slowly stands up, looks at the Githyanki, looks back at the huntress, and then looks up at you. And he approaches
I'm gonna
you.
do a test roll, by the way. Okay. There we go. Well, you said what? The blue guy?
Yeah, blue guy. Wearing the white drabbed out clothes. Walks over to you.
Okay. I look at him, look him up and down. I don't know.
Do you remember me?
I don't.
It's very strange. We met in the Dreamlands, if you can recall.
Doesn't ring a bell.
So as you look
All
at
right.
him, you were in the Dreamlands, right?
Yeah.
So you went
I
through
died
a
in the Dreamlands,
seriously
remember?
traumatic
Wait.
event.
Hold on.
Sprocket was in the Dreamlands.
Oh.
Lucian
Yeah.
was having an out-of-body experience with Harad.
That's right. So he saw you when you guys came back to the docks. That's where he saw you. My bad.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, yeah,
Um,
maybe he dropped the group off at the manse or something like that. and
Right.
then-
You were friends with the blonde boy with the blonde hair, the elf.
Yes. Yes. Of course.
I was there for the events, the Vermintide in the city. You remember?
Yeah, it's starting to all come back to me.
It was a brief visit for me. Your friend, the lady here, is brought me here to help train me. So apparently, the Edgewalkers aren't quite as adept at whatever it is that we're going to be doing. So anyway, it's good to see a familiar face. How did
Yes. Familiar. Exactly.
How did everything turn out with the big guy in the city?
Dead. I would imagine. Yeah. He's We haven't seen him in a while. From what I know, he was destroyed. But who knows?
Good. Well, we have something going in the pot. Please help yourself. I'm not really sure what happens next. This is very odd for me.
Oh, I've done one of these before. I almost made it, but not. It wasn't the best experience for me. But yeah, I mean, it's fun when you kind of look at it from the outside looking in. You know, hindsight is 2020, as they say.
I've never heard that one. Hindsight is. You, Corvarians have the most interesting idioms.
Oh no, I'm not from Covert, but you know, close enough.
Your
No.
accent is very Corvarian. You look like Dark Elf, perhaps from
Yes,
Zindrik.
yes, actually. No, but I've spent most of my life within Covert, but no, I would not consider myself Coverian.
Great. I've spent roughly 1 year here. It is a beautiful place. A bit disorganized. The people are very well, not here. I don't even know where we are right now. I think it's Lamania. But
Who knows?
do you know of Lamania?
No, never heard of the place. Iphany, when are we going to be getting started? Forgive me for cutting you off, but there was an important summons that I would like to get back to.
The Kalish Starman kind of gives you a little bit of a nod. Looks a bit perturbed at you interrupting him, and he goes back to sit down where he was. Iphany goes and sits down in front of the pot. Gives you the old kind of swings her chin over, pointing for you to sit down.
Yeah. Like a Puerto Rican mother pointing with her lips to the open chair.
Yep,
Gotcha.
exactly. Buddy.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll sit in the open seat. Grab me a little bowl of whatever.
So she sits down, or I guess squats down in front of the fire, and uses the ladle to spin the soup, and reaches down and takes a sip out of it. Her face is blank, studiously blank. She takes another sip, gives a slight nod, and then sits back down. You hear in your mind, not out loud. All right, you've all been brought here so we can try to do this again. The young man over here, the Kalashta, this is his first time here with us. Lucian, you and our friend over there have been here before, so you know the drill.
Oh, were you with the initial group when I first went through?
He nods, and you hear in your mind, this is my third attempt.
Well, hopefully this time around we'll prove ourselves. 3 times. Third time's a charm.
So the lady stands up. Not the lady. The huntress stands up. She grabs a bowl. There's like I said, like small, almost like a mess table. There's bowls and things like that on it. She grabs one and dips it into the soup and ladles some from the bottom, and then walks off to her tent. You hear in your mind, this is basically a translation of what she says. Be awake at 0400. We begin our hunt then. And she pulls back one of the flaps of her tent and kind of ducks in as she's slurping out of the bowl of her soup. And back to Kovanen and Zazie.
So yeah, that is a crash course in how to keep track of the finances, and the cross referencing with the older material, older work, but you have to keep in mind, you got to adjust for inflation and also any other. Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
you
go
you
on.
know. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
um,
I'm here.
uh,
The inflation.
have,
Yeah,
have you been
I heard. I heard everything you said.
okay? You heard, but did you listen?
I I don't appreciate what you're insinuating. I listen to you when you talk.
Voss, um, I am glad that you are enjoying yourself, but this is very important stuff that you should know to keep the house together. If you want, I can take over that role, but I would require a substantial raise.
What the?
I was listening.
Well,
Roll deception, please.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't. 29. 29. I mean, sometimes it doesn't
Roll
go as
roll
naturally to me as
insight.
it does to you. You don't need to call me out for it.
You know, when you start talking to him about it, and he starts, you know, kind of coming back at you a little bit, and you know, maybe he wasn't totally gone. You know, you can tell he was at least looking
Yeah.
at. He was definitely looking at you while you were talking, like making eye
Yeah,
contact, enjoying you speaking. Definitely.
yeah, uh, yeah, I guess that was kind of harsh. I'm sorry.
It's
But
fine. I think we lost track of time anyway.
oh, is it time to go already?
I don't know. He didn't say a time. He said late. Later.
Well, I guess now is as good as any other time.
Sure. Let's not that anybody's gonna be here, but set some drinks out or something, or some I would say some
Oh yeah,
snacks, but
oh
nothing that'll
God,
just like go stale or something.
yeah,
What?
Miss Crow is gone, but I have to make dinner. Oh no.
Who's here? Kovanen and Vea.
And Vea.
Leave some stuff out for them.
Okay, okay.
And let them.
Fend for themselves?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I'll go take care of that then real quick. 10 minutes, meet me in front of the in the entrance.
Okay.
And Zazie goes, whip something up, like a little snack, whatever, food thing, in 10 minutes, and then entrance.
Voss Kovanen. We'll go find Kovanen. Walking around and see if he can see him anywhere to inform him that he'll be out for the evening.
Yeah. He is actually in his room, relaxing, chilling out, maxing, and relaxing, all cool.
He does not shoot b-ball.
Outside
That's not
of
his
school.
style. No, he doesn't even go to school, probably.
Yeah. He quit school.
Well, yeah, I'll just knock on the door and
Yeah, he come in.
hey, you alone?
Yeah, please come inside. You see him
Okay.
like fold up a small letter and tuck it into the breast pocket of his waistcoat. He's reclined
Okay,
on the
yeah,
couch.
just wanted to make sure you were decent. That's all.
No, I'm fine. Please come in, Voss. I'm happy you're here. So,
Something on your mind then?
kind of rearranges himself and props himself up down the other way, facing you. No, nothing. I was just, it's getting late. Probably getting ready for bed. I was reading something, and you know how it goes. Just relaxing.
As best we can. Did Vaya talk about Rad at all?
Rad. It's funny you mentioned that. I didn't even think to ask. I feel a little embarrassed now that you mentioned it, because I am now curious where he is. Do you think he's okay?
Well, I'm sure they're treating him well enough in jail, where he probably still is. The way it sounds is that he took the fall for everything.
Oh, really? Wait, I
yeah.
mean, took the fall. That sounds very presumptuous of you. You're insinuating.
All I'm telling you is what he seems to have told the authorities.
Right. Well, I mean,
He admitted the guilt. And,
sure. Is there something that I need to know? I really feel like you're. I feel like you have something you're wanting
that was
to
sharp
say.
of you. I'll admit that was sharp. I didn't mean to intend to say that, but yeah, I guess I did. There was an undertone of implying Vaya had something to do with it.
I did ask her, and she assured me that well, do you know that there are there's a lot of things going on in the world. I know that you are. Don't get me wrong, your job is very important. I respect you, and as I begin to remember my life before, and I talk with the lady, and I understand things, I care for you a great deal. I love you, and you're like a father to me. But there are many things going on in the world around us that are beyond what we may know, that aren't so easily defined and understandable. Does that make sense to you?
More than you know.
So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, Vea's involvement in these things, from what she's told me, and I do believe her, has been merely just, she is she's a priestess of her people, of her family, and she acts within that juncture, if that makes sense.
It does. It does make sense a little bit. I'm certain she would talk to you about her involvement. She would attempt to dissuade or get in front of or prevent any concerns you would have. But she's charming. Gavanen.
Her and I are supposed to meet for a small nightcap this evening. Before we speak, I feel as though there's something, if there's anything that I should know, you should tell me. I can ask her. She will tell me. She'll be honest with me. She always is.
I don't think she would.
What do you mean by that?
Again, she's very charming. Maybe it comes naturally to her. Maybe she doesn't really know what she's doing. Worst case scenario, she does. Best case, it just comes naturally for her to ease any concerns. I wouldn't be surprised if she was able to convince Rad to pin it all on himself and make her seem as innocent as possible. I also don't trust this family. That's with a capital F. Family.
I don't know what that means. You mean it's more? It's like it's a title.
Yeah, it's used a bit more formally than just, he does air quotes, people I'm related to.
Roll persuasion for me real quick.
22. Weak ass roll.
Well, I mean, I'll certainly take that into consideration. But are you insinuating that her family is not actually her family? That it's something different?
No. I mean, she almost certainly does consider them her family.
I mean,
I
you
related
do
to some of them.
understand that she was an orphan.
I know. Well, I don't know, but that doesn't surprise me, and I understand.
She was
She
taken
considers
in
these
by the
people
family
family.
and raised with traditional values, and they are very
Taken by the family.
She, taken by? No, she was taken in. She was an orphan.
Do you... If I recall, Kovanen was in the Dreamlands when they met the sheriff guy,
Right.
right?
Yes. I don't think you ever met him.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, yeah. So Kovanen never met the sheriff guy and has no idea that's not entirely a lie. That is not entirely the truth. But,
No, Kavana met the sheriff guy in Weir.
Yeah, did you ever go to the prison?
that's
No,
what
but there
that's what I didn't
was.
do. I didn't like do the thing. With
Right,
the,
you were
the ritual
passed out
thing.
while all that was happening.
Yes, but the day before that, when the orcs broke into the inn that we were staying at,
Well,
and we
I
beat
know
them
I
up.
met him because he like greeted us as we came into town, like, y'all are outsiders, don't be making no trouble.
Yeah, and at that whole
But
orc
the
fight
point,
thing after that, the
I
sheriff
think the,
came.
I think the point is, I don't know he's Veya's dad.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sorry.
No, no worries.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm supposed to be meeting with her in just a moment. Apparently, Lady Crow took the time to scrub out a hot tub. Did you guys know that we had a large hot tub here? This is amazing.
Be careful drinking in the hot tub.
I'm not gonna drink in the hot tub. I mean,
The steam gets to you and it
oh.
makes you drunk faster. And she's charming. She's gonna charm you. She's doing it now. Please be careful.
no, she's
The family,
not.
capital F, is, some would say,
I'll ask her. But like I said, she
she won't tell you the truth.
won't tell me the truth. Are you saying that she's lying to me? What, Voss? What are you trying to tell me?
Yes, I am.
It's very, it's very direct for you. Okay.
I know. I've been clever. I tend to dance around subjects sometimes because I think I'm so clever. It's been a thing for me my whole life. But please be careful with her.
Wait. Please, expand. Explain.
Family's a cult. Cult. C-U-L-T.
Family is a
Not
cult.
religion. The family, as they call themselves.
Oh, cults, religion. It's all the same. It's just like a cult has less than, 200 members or something like that, right?
And they worship a single individual leader who isolates its members, separates them from society. It doesn't allow integration into like real society. Look, I'm not an encyclopedia on the matter.
How could
but,
you possibly know this? How much time have you spent with her? Did you spend time with her before I was here?
I've never met Vea. I've met the family. I've met some members of the family. I've been to Weirden.
I feel like you seem very
God,
informed in all
God.
of this. For something you've never even mentioned to me before. You knew that I was spending time with her all this time, and you're just now saying something. It's been almost a year.
I've only known for a couple of days that she's living in this house and that
Well, she's only been living here since yesterday, or today, technically. She just stays here occasionally. Her and Rad.
she's been hanging out. You know what I mean.
Of course. I mean, I wasn't sure what was going on for the longest time between her and Rad, and him and I got very close, and then she and I got very close, and well, I mean, I'm not going to go into details with you, but and he just shrugs.
I feel like I sound crazy when I am direct, and that's why
Ooh,
I'm often honest.
nice. Well, I have to say, Voss, I do trust you.
I know. Well, you trust her too,
I
So this
do,
is-
but I
and-
mean,
and that's why this is undoubtedly complicated for you to parse.
well, I'll be careful. I mean, if there's something I need to, if you let me know if there's something I need to ask her in particular, like
That's the
I'm-
part that
I'm going to go.
I'm worried about is you asking her for these answers.
I'm not.
These are
I'm
answers
not,
that she doesn't want you to have.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to listen.
Do that. Listen to her. Don't say, Vea, is the family a cult? Are they going to
No,
sacrifice
I'm not going
me
to say
something?
anything. I
Am
mean, her and
correct?
I just have, we're going to have a glass of wine. We're going to talk about everything and enjoy the hot tub.
Just one glass.
One glass.
Get the plastic ones because if it gets steamy and you like literally steamy and you're intoxicated and you drop it, it'll shatter and that'll be bad for the hot tub.
Plastic. What does that even mean? All right.
Composite, polymer. I don't know this. Use the wooden ones.
The wooden glasses. All right. Good night. It seems as though you left an impression. Zazie.
Yeah, no kidding. I go get a bottle of wine and I drink out of it for about 1 minute.
I use
make
my
her wait
wooden
one
cup.
minute.
Hi. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what I was doing.
All right. Well, you were doing the books.
There was a frog.
She went to. There was a frog.
Yeah, the
Somebody let a frog?
emergency.
There was a
Somebody let a
frog in your
frog
house
inside
that was the emergency.
Yes, there was a frog in the house, and my mom was trying to bring in a plant, but it had a frog in it, and it jumped out, and they couldn't catch it, so they called me up.
All right. Lady Crow just walked in the front door. She's carrying a plant. A frog jumps out of it. You guys are in the foyer, and you're trying to catch it. Give me a. How are you going to catch the frog? You just.
I'm not. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them try it. I'm not gonna try it.
Zazie isn't. Zazie doesn't care. The Mons is big enough for a frog to live in here.
Lady Crow just chases the frog into the kitchen, and there's a plant just sitting in the middle of the.
I like it there.
Yeah,
I like it right here.
it's a great spot for it. Really ties the room together.
Mm-hmm. Kubanen's in the hot tub with Vaya.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, they have a real thing going. She told him that she's a priestess of her family.
You get him, Kavanen. You hear, "Hey, we're just kind of sitting here with our thumbs in our asses. I'm on my third cigarette, and Rose is falling asleep. This is
Am
Felt.
I able to
You can respond
Am
to
I
this
able to
message."
Well, I don't know. Add another thumb. Maybe it'll wake you up.
There's a long pause. Well, Rose is the one that's falling asleep, and I don't think Lucky would appreciate that. Get your asses over here.
I don't respond. Okay, we'll have to table that for now because Felt is really, really bored.
Okay. Are God damn it, Felt. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we should. We walk. We find ourselves in Veer's dungeon.
Veer's dungeon? It's not Veer's dungeon.
Yes, it is. This is where
Looks
we got
like it.
trapped by a fire that we started.
Oh yeah, that dungeon.
Yeah, it's
That
part of it
Veer's
anyway.
dungeon.
That was just, yeah. I mean, it looks yeah.
Portions of it.
Yeah, that was just this part, and this part. It's not Veer's dungeon. It's actually this is below the museum. So Rose is sitting right here. Felt's sitting right here. Duran's sitting right here. They're all hanging around the table. Duran's working. Rose, they walk in the room.
Rose is still indisposed.
She's asleep in her chair. Felt gives you like a
That's fine. Just Felt called this meeting anyway. We came as fast as we could.
She
Now, what
gets
the fuck
up
is so important?
and mommy soaps everybody's cheek.
mommy soap.
Yeah,
Hung on
you
the
know.
thumb at the...
Is it a big kiss?
No. When like you know how like moms they'll like lick their thumb and clean off your cheek.
So while you guys are doing this, I'm gonna go back to Lucian to give her some time to get back. Lucian. Next morning,
Yeah.
you feel a
Yeah.
sharp kick to your rib cage.
Fuck that. I only needed 4 hours of sleep. I'm already up.
Yeah, your roll con save.
Sure.
No,
16.
no, you're still in a trance.
Damn it.
What do you look like when you trance? What is your trance position?
It looks like sleeping.
Okay, you just lay down to trance.
Yeah.
It's like some elves are
Yeah.
like laying in a what the fuck is it called? I don't know, crisscross
Crisscross
applesauce.
applesauce.
Yeah, laying in a crisscross applesauce style. Cross-legged. You're just laying on the ground. Swift kick to the ribs. You get a bowl of soup poured in your face.
What the fuck? I ball up my fist and open my eyes.
I finish standing over you with a big grin on her face.
Never mind.
You hear in your mind, still hungry?
No. Not
There's like
anymore.
a couple like chunks of meat and like a cabbage like vegetable on your chest.
I eat one of the pieces of meat.
She gives you the head cock towards the tent. apparently you slept in her tent last night.
Oh, oh dear.
Nothing happened. um,
And why does my butt hurt?
what is my butt?
No,
You wanna go camping?
Yeah, I'll, I'll get up and dust myself off. Like if there's any more pieces of meat on my laying around me, I fucking eat them.
It seems like it was just like the dregs at the bottom of the bowl of soup that she was probably eating before bed last night.
Yeah. And yeah, I get up, I leave the tent.
So she sits down. There is a like a thin sheet of like cast iron over a fire. There are a couple of eggs on it. There are a couple of like patties. They look like vegetables, meat, and stuff like that mixed together. And then there are like 2 crude pieces of bread. Look like they were hand kneaded, almost like a biscuit, that are laid out across the top of the griddle, beginning to rise. Everything's sizzling. It smells pretty good. The Gith is kind of tending to that. The Kalishtar guy is sitting there meditating.
Okay. Yeah, I'll I don't know. Pull up a stump and serve myself some food.
Yeah, so, you break off a piece of the biscuit, the egg, and meat, vegetable, rice, beans concoction. It's okay.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah,
Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Ifany sits down. She's eating. You guys are all just kind of eating in this, it's like a silence spread over everybody. Kind of relaxed. Ifany finishes eating. All right. Oh, hold on. My wife just came in. She has a giant spoon that's covered with mint chocolate chip ice cream right now.
Gross.
Nah, it's the best. So she tells you guys that you need to, like, get rid of your weapons from wherever you were before, and points over to like a rack. It's like spears and things like that. You can equip yourself with something a little bit less sophisticated.
I put down Kyber's Bane, my hand crossbow, my dagger, my longbow, and my. I mean, I would imagine there's a short sword. So, I'll like kind of compare the two, and I'm keeping this. I go to put down Night Drinker,
And you can't. I'm just kidding.
and no, I mean that's what it says. Like,
Yeah, I finished
Yeah,
like
I mean,
cocks an eyebrow at you, like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I mean, it like yells at me when I try to put it down. It's a nice conversationalist, honestly.
What do you mean conversationalist?
Just trying to imply that I talk to it from time to time.
Do you say that, or are you just kind of like thinking
Yeah,
that?
no, yeah. I mean, did she actually ask? Like, what do you mean conversationalist? Because I definitely said yes. It's a nice conversation.
She gives you kind of a strange look. Don't use it.
Okay. I wasn't planning on it anyway. I don't like using it.
The short sword, leave it. Also,
What? But what about?
no.
All right.
She points over the other
I put
racks.
it.
There's like a piece of stone that's wrapped in like fibers that has like sharp teeth beaten into it. That's like one of those like Mesoamerican.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
with
get
like
it.
obsidian fucking
Yeah, even better.
teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah, gotcha. But it's still a short sword in theory.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
She picks up a long strip of like woven fabric. Looks almost like burlap, but a little bit more reedy. Not so like burlap fibers are very like circular. This is more like flat. It's more like almost like a wicker, but it's soft and flexible. And throws it to each of you. And then just nods at it.
Take it. Tie it to my belt.
She shakes her head. She shakes her head. That.
Use your big girl words, please. I
Only
don't
that.
understand what you're
The rest of it off. Put it with your weapons.
Lucian begins to sob as he slowly takes off his clothes.
She's not watching. She just goes back into her tent while the three of you
And,
are undressing. The Githyanki guy's already dressed in his garb.
And hopes there's no baby oil that is about to come out.
Iphany P. Diddy.
Ifadiddy.
Diddy? Oh, fuck. All right. So after enough time, but go ahead and on your character sheet, unequip yourself with whatever the other weapons are, and give yourself 3 basic weapons of your choice. So it could be like a short bow, a
Yay.
short sword, daggers, any of the any of those things. So while you're doing that, the 3 of you get dressed, prepare yourselves, and you start following Iphany out into the wilderness. As you're moving out into the jungle, she points out a very familiar set of tracks.
Okay.
Roll survival.
I'm assuming. Gotcha. Oh fuck! I can't fucking do that right now. I'm trying to do the weapon thing.
Wait for the weapons till after when somebody else is going. Okay.
19.
Yeah, so you do see large, big cat footprints.
Okay.
Appears to be from an animal that has 6 legs. One that you may have hunted before.
Yes. I recognize it well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you guys are tracking it. Give me 2 more survival rolls. These guys are all kind of on par with you.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yep. You guys follow this thing.
Did they both roll? Okay, yes they did.
Yep. It's good.
Okay.
So you guys track it for a while. And you approach another clearing. Kind of opens up like the one that you're in now. There's a little water source going through it. Give me a perception, survival, or investigation roll.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, you said perception, survival, or investigation. I'm gonna go with perception.
Nice.
22.
Okay. All right. And we have about 5 minutes left before our break. We're going to switch back over to Rose, Kovanen, and Zazie. You guys are in the museum.
Felt we came as fast as we could, says Voss, not the slight Kovanen accent. I do hope you are okay.
He like raises
What the fuck
his
do you
eyebrow.
need us for? Says Zazie and Zazie, looking like.
Looking like Zazie, talking like Zazie is Zazie.
Yeah.
Oh,
So put myself somewhere on the map. I don't even know what room we're in at the moment.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what we're all doing now.
Does that mean you're trying to figure out a reason for the meeting, or the meeting is about what to do next?
Well, I mean, the meeting is about what to do next. So, you know, it's... I don't know what you guys are doing. I know that Duran over here has been studying for hours about something that Rose was bugging him about.
Really hope I wasn't bugging him.
Whatever.
And I mean,
Anyway, I guess what the point I'm trying to make is, like, you know, you guys are at the Mons. I sent Lucian a message. And, I mean, the only reason why it wouldn't go to him is because he's on a different plane of existence.
Dead.
That's possible. It's possible he's dead. But I highly doubt it. Knowing Lucian and his propensity for...
He would never die, you're right.
I'm not saying he would never die.
would I?
He just has this thing about being able to be and go places he shouldn't. Have you ever noticed that?
About my Lucian?
Yeah. And he's got this awareness for it, too. Anyway.
Yeah, he can sniff out portals. Anyway.
Exactly that.
Is that really that important of a thing?
It's a pretty
Is
unique talent. I can't do it. I mean, not that I would be able to, for any reason.
So with the question of what are we doing next, well, I didn't expect you to ask such a thing. That makes it sound like, not to imply that we aren't by saying this, but it makes it sound like we're on a team doing the same things. Again,
no-
not to imply that we aren't that. It's just that seems to be where you're going.
Well, I mean, Rose has, like, called us in for a couple of things, and, You know, I know you guys are over
First
there,
policy.
and there's like weird shit going on, and Duran's here now
I mean,
working. I mean, if you guys listen, if you guys have other shit to be doing, go ahead.
It-
Sorry, Rose.
I'm just, as far as I'm aware, if there's any relation between what I'm looking into and what they're doing, it's tangential, and it unfortunately hinges on Thea and Radnor.
What are you looking into?
Who, me?
How's
Her. You
Oh.
said she was. Rose just said she was looking into something. What's the thing you're doing?
house shenanigans? 12.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
yeah, we're probably all due for a huddle up. So,
I mean, we
Probably
can't do it at the
gonna be
Mons.
productive.
I just look. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I was just trying to be proactive.
the statement I'm trying to
appreciate
make now
that.
that you interrupted again is that we're due for a huddle up. You're right. I'm agreeing with you now.
He kind of does that like Robert De Niro frown and nods his head. Okay. Thanks.
How are you?
I'm great. It's yeah, it's just been a lot recently.
What are
Oh,
you getting into?
Rebecca's going to be here any minute, by the way.
Oh, good.
Becca.
She'll have all kinds of threads to connect.
I look forward to hearing what she has to say.
Oh God, hold on. Hey guys, yeah, hi, hey,
Speak of the devil.
yeah, I got
Welcome in.
I got a message from. I'm just gonna sit here. Felt sent me a message, and I just. Anyway, I don't. Nothing to report. I am just here. I'm a fly on the wall.
As
With
always.
excellent memory.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay, well, who wants to start?
Is there anything to start with?
I mean,
Thea's at the Mons.
Vans
Days
at the
at the
Mons. That's something.
Rod's in jail?
Rad's still in jail.
Yeah. Can you believe that
I
he
might.
he just took the blame for everything?
I mean, I can see it. I can believe him doing so. Him taking the full blame and only himself is a little
Vea
questionable.
convinced him. I don't know if Vea has a way of compelling him to do that, or just maybe they made a plan.
What
Maybe she.
What is up with this woman?
How deep do you want to go into this?
What should I
mean,
expect?
I'm going to point this out, Phil. A pretty face can be pretty convincing on its own.
He looks at Zazie,
Oh.
and then back at Rebecca, and then at Rose. I need more than that to convince me.
I'm just gonna.
Well, you
Arch.
asked. You asked what to expect.
Oh well,
Nothing.
if it's you talking, you're the prettiest of them all.
Thank you.
Not what I meant.
I'm trying to.
Oh.
The family. That's what you should expect. The family.
Okay.
You remember them,
Yeah, I do.
right?
I do.
That old bunch.
Rebecca raises her hand. I remember them.
Yeah, you were there for all that.
Good. That's where Vea's from.
Oh, Vea. I think. And she looks over at Zazie. I think I met her briefly.
What?
Yeah.
When?
Rad says
Just while I was there, I was doing some research. I met, doing some investigations,
Was this before or after we visited?
It was before originally. I did a tour of the monastery, and I met her father, which is strange.
Hey, she told Red she was an orphan. No, she told
What?
Govanen that she was an orphan.
No. Fea has a dad. I mean,
Is he
yeah,
her
she was
biological
taken away
father?
from him at. Yeah, yes. She
Hmm.
was taken away from him at a young age, like we all were, but
That's
she
not
still has a
double wrong.
father.
She was taken, not taken in, just the taken.
Rebecca's like
See?
rubbing her chin. She's sitting on like the arm of the
Rubbing.
chair, like it's like a large chair, you know, because she's a little gnome. So, Zazie, please excuse me if I'm stepping into politically incorrect territory here, but you are
The fuck?
a Kalishtar
Ozzy?
or something like that, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
And Vea is too, right?
Yes.
So the man that I met that was her dad was not. Absolutely was not. I didn't meet her mom. She's dead or something. I don't know. Was it her mom? Are you guys sisters? Like, what is going on there?
I never met her mom.
Did she ever
Do-
meet her
do-
mom?
I don't know. We never talked about it. We weren't supposed to.
Oh,
Do Kaleshtar have
I
to
mean,
be
we
born
weren't
to
told.
born
not.
to Kaleshtar?
yes, they do. According to my research, correct me if I'm wrong, Zazie, but I'm pretty sure at least one of the parents has to be a Kalishtar.
Well, you know more about this than me because I know next to nothing.
Yes, the answer is yes. It's a lineage thing. It's a like genetic heritage.
Oh, okay.
Duran looks up. Yeah, it's part of well, it's passed down from the original Kalistars that broke off from the Inspired. There was like a group of Quarry, that's the dream
Mhm.
beings that make up their genetic code. And anyway, that kind of there was some like he looks at Zazie and kind of like looks away. Selective breeding that occurred for many years, and that's why they all look like that. Beautiful. I mean, he like blushes a little bit and then starts writing again.
You remember the
Sazi looks over at Kovanen and it's just like
He
the
nods
look
like,
on
yeah,
her face
that-
says,
you know,
"Oh no, not another Al."
the librarians. I don't know.
I mean, I do remember the Inspired we dealt with back in the Dreamlands. He's not wrong.
To stay on topic, yeah. So Vea. Okay, now I have hard evidence that she's a liar. That helps my case. Sound like a crazy person trying to talk to Kovanen. I thought, some conspiracy man on the side of the road.
Conspiracy man on the side of the road. Sorry.
Real quick question, Ozzy. Y'all keep saying taken, right? Does she even
Yeah.
know that her father's out there? Like, literally was down the road from where y'all grew up.
I mean, yeah, as we were growing up, he did end up making a stink about wanting to get her back.
That's
It's
pretty awkward to
possible.
be in the same town and then
I mean, he may have followed her.
The
Is it
door.
possible that Veer lied to her about all that?
Possibly. I mean, he's fucking dead now, so we can't ask him.
I know it's for the best, but I regret that decision. Times like these.
I know. I'm glad the bastard's dead.
I'm glad too. It's just the lack of information is annoying as hell.
the door opened.
The door opens and Katera shuts it behind herself, kind of leaning against it, looking around the room. I'm here for Duran. Just
Katara,
we
hello.
were supposed to meet this
Oh.
afternoon. Duran looks up and stands up and drops his pen and walks to the edge of the table and kind of like looks at his hands and is like brushing them off on himself, and walks past you guys to the door, and he whispers something in her ear, and they step outside in the hallway for a moment.
She ignored me when I said hello.
Did you expect her to actually say hello back?
Go ahead. She didn't even acknowledge me or anything, and then I was gonna say something about the Dreamlands, and then
Felt just leans
Anyway.
back in his chair, smiling at the ceiling, and just takes a long drag of his cigarette, blasting out like
Should-
a big smoky cloud.
And at least be mindful of the books.
Rose, come on. That's enough of the books.
yeah, offer them one.
He just starts laughing really hard. Duran walks back in. He looks at Zazie. And then he looks down at the ground
Yes.
and he's like blushing. And he walks back to his seat and starts working again.
What?
Dude. Guitara?
She has
Poke my head
left.
under the hall. Guitara, the Dreamlands, are you okay? Is everything okay over there? You were doing a
She's
thing.
left.
Help us.
She'll be back tomorrow. She's heading back. She's got to meet Daisy. And I think we take a bio break there.
All right.
Woot woot.
Okay.
Not another owl. No.
15 minutes.
Okay.
Tron, these fucking librarians are all cooped up with their books all day, and they see a woman, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
How long is bio?
15.
Okay.
I'm back. Anybody there?
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I just had a delicious land Jaeger.
Land Jaeger?
It's like a dried sausage. Looks like a nunchuck.
Ah, yes. I'm having a delicious añejo.
Tequila?
Yeah.
Great choice. Gold?
It's an añejo, so it's rather golden.
I'm
Yeah.
having a delicious proper 12,
Proper 12?
aka, yeah, Irish whiskey.
Hmm.
I have IBC black cherry soda, artificially flavored, made with cane
Look at you
sugar.
being the only
Oh,
one
proper
responsible.
12. I see it.
Okay, not the only one. I am currently
Soda-
boring and drinking water.
Soda is not responsible.
I'm drinking
It tastes
I
good
mean-
though.
I'm drinking a slightly mighty from Dogfish Head Brewery.
What?
It's a,
What type of beer is that one?
it is like the light version. It's a light IPA. It's 95 calories, but it's pretty
Ah.
it's pretty great for being low cal. It's probably the best low cal beer I've ever had.
Light IPA.
I just
Oh.
really,
Just eat a grapefruit, man. Just eat the grapefruit. It's better for you.
when it comes to proper 12, I just really love this part about it.
Is it got a cork?
Yeah.
Very juicy cork.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is this is fucking this is fucking Botato. Conor McGregor.
Or
Yeah. Yeah, it was originally his company, but he sold it.
Smart man.
Uh,
He sold it before everybody hated him. What a fucking.
he sold it at the fucking height of the company too.
Yeah, smart man. Smart man. He is pretty clever for somebody who gets his head beat in for a living. All right. We're in the room. Duran just went outside to talk to Gatera for a moment. Came in looking a bit
He was alone in a hallway with a girl.
yeah. A little embarrassed. Came back in and went right back to work.
No, he fucking eyed Zazie up. Dude, that was-
roll insight.
Well, you did narrate that that's what happened.
Insight.
Oh, I clicked it twice,
Okay.
but the first one is a 19.
So he walked in, and as he was walking in, he was looking at the floor. You were directly in his path. He looked up at you and then looked down, blushed a little bit, and walked by. But what you could tell with your 19 and from the engagements of the conversations that happened so far, he was not, when he said beautiful, he wasn't talking about you. He was talking about Gatera. And when
Oh, damn!
Okay.
and hey, I appreciate it. And he was out in the hall, and she seemed kind of pissed that supposedly he was supposed to meet her. He realized it, walked out. Rose, you know that he was supposed to meet her at the water barrel tonight. Apparently, he forgot. He was so absorbed
Okay,
in it.
in his defense, I've also forgotten.
He was so absorbed in his notes, he did not go to meet her. You are aware of this at this point. He comes back in. Zazie staying his way. He looks up at her. He blushes, not because he is looking at her and blushing at her, but because, he thinks she'll notice. And he's so fucking obvious about it. But, yeah. He stood her up. She was pissed. She let him have it in the hallway, and she left.
To raise an eyebrow at him.
He's not looking at you. He's poignantly not looking at you.
Well,
Crap.
What's gonna happen to Rad? What are the what's the whole deal there? What were all the?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's gonna take the rap for everything. I'm not representing him. Penn Hughes got somebody on it.
Yeah, I heard Penny Hugh was involved. I don't really know Penny Hugh as well as.
Yeah,
at all, but
he's
that's a name.
takes another long drag of his cigarette. Yeah, I don't really know a lot about the guy. He seems to have his hands in a lot of buckets. He worked with Lucian's dad on the expedition, and but he has a bunch of like weird Zendrick shit at his house. He works with another guy. He's like a partner with like some kind of industrial business. And he sponsors artists and students frequently.
Students like Faye and Radnor.
Right. Yeah.
So, Do we just chalk all of this up to coincidence, or does anybody else smell something fishy here?
Oh, definitely. But I mean, we can't. I mean, I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I could go and investigate him if you want me to, but I kind of stand out, you know.
You and Lucky both.
Right. I mean, he's out there trying to get some information right now. He's doing some stool sitting.
He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, is what it is.
So,
Rebecca.
what are the charges specifically against Red?
Oh man,
'Cause I have an idea.
I mean, what? How many people was it? There were several people murdered. There was desecration of religious sites. You know, destruction of private and public property. I mean, name it. Name it. Everything. Everything you could imagine. That matters.
Okay, so I mean, like, he's polite and all of that, but a gentleman doesn't just take the heat for literally everything. Like, why? Why did he do that?
No idea. I mean, he was involved, you know?
Not completely defending that part. Pretty sure he struck me as somebody who could easily be led astray. Just the one or two times I've even interacted with.
What do you mean by that?
He tried too hard.
Well, he's a
Fit
little
in.
bit desperate for approval. I mean, Vea has probably charmed the pants off of him, figuratively speaking. As far as I know, figuratively.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the vibe that I got too, so.
You could make any number of guesses as to what her plan is, but they'd just be guesses. I haven't seen her since I left, which
What do you,
was
what do you
years
think
ago.
would happen if she saw you?
That's it, yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good idea.
Would it catch her off guard, of course, but in a way that would be like disarming, and maybe she lets some of the facade fall away, and we get some answers.
I don't know. I don't know. If I could talk to young Kovanen alone as me and
You're
ensure
literally
that
just-
he won't run off and tell her immediately, then that might be a good way to gauge how she'd react.
Well, when I talk about it again, I sound like a crazy person when I'm trying to explain it to him. And so he's always like, "Give me some answers. What do you get? I need answers." But I'm like dancing around the subject the whole time.
I mean, Zazie,
But if you do
Yeah,
it-
but
I think that's the best
I
idea.
have physical proof literally etched into my body.
Can you do that? Can you talk to her? Like, is there a reason why you couldn't do that?
or to him, that's not what.
Well, to him, sure, but you know, both of them, whatever.
Will you be okay talking to her?
We fine.
I mean, I managed to talk to her earlier today with nothing bad happened then.
What do you mean you talked to her earlier?
So I'm in disguise.
Ah, Okay. Um. So what if we were to set it up? Like we could send her a letter. You know, we could have something sent out to her. Maybe Rebecca could send her a letter from you and agree to meet you somewhere, or even at the house. Like, how would you do this? How does this work?
Well, I would want to talk with young Kovanen first to gauge that. Mm,
What if he says something there? Like, don't you want to get the drop on her?
I know that's the worry. That is the worry. I
When I was talking to Kovanen earlier, he kept saying, "Don't worry, I'll ask her about it. She'll tell me. She's truthful with me. Obviously, she's not gonna be, but I think
Sure.
I convinced him to kind of feel it out a little without just being, hey, are you in a cult? You might want to just talk to her first, and just
yeah. I guess. Mm. I'm worried. I'm scared.
I know.
I haven't seen her in years, and when I did leave, she was already pissed off at me um, before everything. So I've.
We'll link up. Of course, I'll be in the house or nearby at the wherever, and you can. If it gets bad, you can let me know. We'll come in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
So, are you just gonna like knock on
Oh.
the door? How's this gonna work?
I mean, do you want to risk Kovanen with them both being in the same place?
I'll,
I can always-
if that's an issue, I'll pull him aside or something.
Yeah, I'd talk to them separately.
Right, but I guess what I'm asking is like, how does that function? Do you just kind of like appear in the house? Do you knock on the door? Do you announce yourself? What's your setup here?
Well, I know which room she's staying in, and that room is there's pretty much only one entrance and one exit. So to corner her there might be feasible, but I don't know if I'd want her. No, it should be at a separate secondary location. I think the letter idea with Rebecca is a good idea, but I can also just send her a message as well, and she'll
Okay.
know it was from me.
Right.
Um,
That sounds good.
yeah.
If you, I don't know what she's like these days, but if you give her some advance notice, like a letter or a message or whatever, who knows what kind of story she'll have prepared.
Okay. So I guess my
I-
next question is how much time do we need to make this happen? Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't there like some prophecy shit? And he looks over at Duran. And Duran is like nodding his head along, looks up. You know, that we're trying to prevent. Is this like part of that? What's happening with all that?
Well, I imagine that Vea and the rest of the family would carry on Veer's carry on without him
Right.
and
Right.
keep doing his work.
However many threads been spun. This is a loaded question. How many prophecies have been deciphered that may have mention of any one of us? I guess maybe more specifically, 3 of them. 4 of them? At the question of 3 or 4, she's looking at Boss Kovanen questioningly.
I don't know anything about decipherings. Don't look at me.
No. I know Duran was helping Gromash. Gromash and Grimvor were working together on the prophecies. It was their area of expertise. Specifically, I think Gromash's.
Well, listen,
Oh.
I don't mean to call this a night, but you guys know I can't really tell you what's going on with all that. That was something Gramash did. We were not supposed to do. Just really sharing that information. What I can tell you is that it sounds like you guys are all on the right track, and just keep doing what you're doing. And I gotta close up shop here in about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna head off
All right.
to the other room, and when I come back, I'll let you all out and lock up. But I gotta head to the docks for a little bit and meet Katera there. Daisy's there, and then I'll be available to speak with you guys again tomorrow. So
Yeah.
You better hurry. Katara does not like it when people are late.
he like kind of
I can walk up here.
Tell me about it. Felt looks over at what the hell's her name? Rebecca. All right. I think we're gonna get out of here too. Yeah. You guys have a good night.
See you again, Rebecca.
Good to see you, Kavanan. She
See you again.
kind of smiles at Kavanan for an extended moment. Not Kavanan, but Voss. Because, I mean, she actually knows who you are, doesn't she? Like, she's been through all that mess.
Man, I don't know.
She does. And then they leave together.
Yes. How's Aurora?
She's in another dimension. She's in great hands.
All right.
Probably the best place she could be in. She's in the Dreamlands being raised.
By the lady.
That's actually probably the best place for her.
Well, yeah, that's where she really, really should be. I think we just need to find a time to just kind of get you in front of Vea. I think that's kind of how it needs to happen, is for you to just kind of show up.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's gonna suck, but not in a place that she's gonna feel cornered in. Let her think she has escape routes. She kind of freaked
I
out.
might need escape routes.
Yeah, that too.
I've seen her when she feels cornered, and she got not really so much defensive as it looked like she was really going to enjoy it. It looked like she was saying to herself, "I'm going to enjoy this."
Yeah.
Well, no,
I don't
you're
even-
not. The authorities coming
Yeah.
to arrest her, so you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Ugh. Everything is just so complicated in ways that I don't even know that I can tell you guys in a way that makes sense.
We'll
Definitely
find
gotten
time,
weird.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Hopefully we have time and the world doesn't start to end tomorrow.
Well, if anything, that'll simplify things for us.
Please don't jinx us.
Just a straight path forward. A gold problem to solve. No
Mhm.
thinking. No nothing. And then happily ever after.
All right, we're gonna cut
do
over
hope
to
that
Lucian.
happily
Scene
ever
ends,
after.
there's no one to argue my happily ever after. Oh no.
We're gonna cut over to Lucian for a little bit. Lucian,
Hello.
you're in the motherfucking jungle, baby. You're gonna die.
Probably.
Doom. Okay. So. There is something there.
Okay.
In the darkness, you can make out the large, muscular figure, sinuous figure of the Displacer Beast. The three of you begin to approach, and Iphany stands in front of each of you and pushes back the Gith and shakes her head no at the Kalashtar. And as you approach, she just nods at you. Gives you like the thumb over her shoulder. Signaling that this time you fight it alone.
Gotcha. Cool. Cool. How far is it from me?
Roll perception. For specific measurements. Oh wow.
22.
It's probably about 50 yards out from you right now. You can make it out in the darkness, moving around. There is a massive moon out for you to make it out. Roll stealth for me if you don't mind.
Sure. 26.
Perception plus 11. You see it reach its head up in there. Like opens its mouth up really wide. And then goes back to eating something on the ground. Just like tearing off hunks of flesh off of this carcass that's mounted.
Cool. You said it's 50 feet out?
That's correct.
Cool. I cast a shuttle on stride. To add 20 feet to my movement. And just run at it.
Okay. I'm going to give you a bonus round.
Okay. So when I get within 5 feet of the creature, it'll take 1d6 fire damage. Also, everything that I've passed in the past 50 feet, I believe, is on fire.
What the fuck is this? Are you going all
Wait,
dark elf on this
fire
shit?
damage,
What the hell's it called?
Trail of heat.
What is the dark elves that are fire ones? The fire binders? What the fuck are they called?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
Dark elves?
Your
There's-
whole clan. They're the fire binders.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway,
that one.
I can't remember their names right now.
Oh, I just realized it already rolled. So yeah, it'll take 2 points of fire damage.
Fire damage?
Yeah, fire damage. And when I get upon it, I'm going to use my attack because that was a bonus action to cast. I'm gonna throw a net at it.
Oh damn. Okay. So is that all in the first round?
Huh? Yeah, because the Charlatan Stride is a bonus action, and the net is an attack. Technically, I have a whole nother attack that I can do.
I'll allow it.
But it must make a DC, a strength. Wait, what?
At the end of his turn.
Large or. Oh yeah. Okay.
I
Cool.
I believe you automatically net it on your
I mean,
turn.
natural 20. I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
not 20. But I mean, I think if you hit, it's automatically netted until its turn where it gets the opportunity to unnet itself.
Right.
Right? Cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh shit! When you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to attack with a net, you can make only one attack, regardless of the number of attacks. You can only make.
Because it requires 2 hands to throw a net. There you go.
Right. Okay. And never mind. So that is Lucian's turn.
Okay, so it's like that's my best impression of a jaguar. I don't know if you guys could even hear it or not, but I'm sorry.
Yep. I heard.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. But it's fighting its way out of the net. It really can't do anything. Let's see. Ooh, you had disadvantage on that. I'll allow it to pass this time though, because it was surprised.
Why would I have had disadvantage?
Because Displacer Beast. But like I said, it was busy eating. It wasn't displacing. So it's captured. It's going to take a strength test. Try to get out. 23.
Oh yeah, works out with it.
It, puts one paw through and then rears its head back and rips the fucking net apart. And you're up again. It knows you're there.
Yeah. It'll take another 5 points.
Ooh.
I mean, another D6 worth of fire.
Fire.
that's it.
Ooh.
And I'll go ahead and attack with my scimitar. Bitch! I miss.
Bitch. All right. It's gonna come back at you.
Gotcha.
Is this thing playing? There we go. All right. It starts to approach you, and then it leaps out, or it lashes out with its tentacles.
Miss.
Misses with its first attempt. Strikes out at you again. 23 to hit. It definitely hits.
That'll hit. Mm-hmm.
9 damage. You're up.
Hold up.
It is now doing
9
that
damage.
weird Displacer Beast thing where you can't look directly at it.
Gotcha. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Okay. Charlatan Stride is concentration. Let me go ahead and roll my concentration check.
Sure.
Oh, I still got it. And do 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 do. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and swing, and as I swing with my scimitar, I'm gonna inflict wounds. Bitch!
Nice.
Wow.
Is that to hit?
Natural one.
Or is it damage?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a to hit.
Not great. Okay, it's gonna come back out at you. Lash out. Its tentacles lash out at you. Oh, 2 hits.
Yeah.
Both the tentacles slap you with their weird, like, pointy squid tentacle heads. 8 damage.
8 damage, that's it? On a critical?
Oh, okay. 16. Well, it should actually only be, it'll be 12.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. All right. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Oh, wait. Let me do my concentration check. Boom. Oh, no. He is no longer going to be taking fire. But that's fine, because I'll go ahead and boom. Take that. That's so I cast Hunter's Mark on him.
All right, he's 100 mark.
Yep. And Scimitar. This should be a disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
You hit.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeet.
All right.
All right.
Scimitar
Lash
damage.
out the scimitar.
That'll be 10 points of damage with the scimitar and the Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Is that all?
No, I have another attack. Haha, I forgot because I've been missing this whole time. With natural one.
Disadvantage.
That's one. I know.
Nope, you miss. He kind of swings through. It looks like you hit him solidly, and then just goes through. You just hit this blur. All right, lashes back out with his tentacles. Both hit. I'm gonna roll one again because I think when you hit a double, yeah. Does 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. First attack. Second attack. Ooh. 7 damage total. It's kind of prowling around you. You can tell it's not really fully invested in this. You're up.
Okay. Yes, I am. Wait, Hunter's Mark is concentration, son of a bitch. Let's see. Haha. But you hit me twice. Haha. All right. Let's see. We're gonna. All right. Gonna scimitar. Son of a bitch. 16 to hit, which hits.
Yep.
I'm gonna pump some planar warrior into it. And scimitar. Oh, nice. So 16 points of damage. That's the first attack. Second attack. 1 and 2. 23 to hit.
Hits.
And that'll be that. Oh shit. The planar warrior should have also had some Hunter's Mark damage as well. Hold on, let me roll that for you. So that'll be an extra 2 points. And then, did I roll? No, I did not roll the Hunter's Mark for this one. I'll just fucking do it from over here. 4.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it breaks away and tries to break away from you. It disengages from combat
Ooh.
and starts running.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What is its movement speed?
40.
Okay. And that's its turn?
Yep.
Okay. I Misty Step closer. And I'm gonna throw my spear.
You miss.
Ooh. That's my turn.
All right. It breaks off. It's going to run 80 feet away from you, and it's going to try to hide.
Good try. He's Hunter's marked.
You can't hide, bitch.
um.
So he's like 90 feet from you right now.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll close the distance by 60, and like as I'm running, I'm like hitting my scimitar on every tree that I passed, just trying to scare them. Doom, 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 for 60 entire feet.
Roll intimidation.
Gotcha.
Actually, do with an advantage because he's already running from you as it is. Okay, yeah, he's pretty terrified of you right now. He is now has fear of you.
Hell yeah. Is he gonna do anything on this turn?
Yeah, he's gonna run away from you for another 80 feet.
I'll just yell at the top of my lungs. Ifany, am I supposed to be am I supposed to kill it? What's going on here?
You just hear in your mind, yes, kill it.
All right. Yeah, I'll close in another 60 feet.
Well, it's 80 feet. It's about 90 feet from you again then.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you closed in 60 last time and it was 90, there was 30, it's 40 feet from you.
Yeah. I have nothing to throw at it anymore. I've wasted my net and I've wasted my spear.
You could have grabbed more than one of the spears. There would have been javelins you could have grabbed as well. But I guess you'd only been able to grab one javelin. You can pick it up on your way after it.
Maybe another spear, I guess.
I'm saying is, as you're running after it, the spear is going to be on the ground. You can pick it up on your way by.
Oh, yeah.
Object interaction.
Mm-hmm. I'll like dive roll and grab it while I'm rolling. Yeah, now fucking, I guess, yeah. Well, no, I can't because
Yeah, you moved to you use your movement.
Uh-huh.
All right, the next turn is going to break away for another 80 from you.
Ugh.
So now it's 120 feet away from you.
I mean, this is whole shit.
What are you going to
I don't fucking know, dude. Fucking ranger spells suck dick. I,
do? So the other 3 of them come running up next to you, and they're not like out of breath, but they're breathing heavily. Iphany hands you a bow. Now we hunt.
all right. What kind of bow? Like the one that I already have, like on my. I think it's a.
Yeah, but you can't
short
even
bow,
see it
I
at this
think.
point. It's off in the woods, so you're gonna
A
have to go.
longbow.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hunt this thing down again. So we're gonna switch back. To,
No, I can't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have hunter's mark. I think.
Yeah, but you can't shoot through the trees, is what I'm saying. You're gonna have to sneak up on it again.
All right.
All right. Rose.
Does she bring me my bracers of archery?
No. You don't get any of your gear.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, Rose. The other 2 have left. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Oh, Cabana and Zazie have left? You?
Oh, I you know what? Honestly, I don't know. I'm assuming they did.
We didn't say that,
Yeah, you didn't. My fault. We're back.
but I don't have much else to talk about. I liked the note
Same.
that Ian got.
See, y'all want to join me for dinner. I guess I should let y'all go. So. Please be careful whatever you do. And if you need my help, still up at the Chalice Center.
Yeah, I'll send you a message.
Mm.
It won't be that bad.
It-
We'll keep you in the
We
loop.
always say that before shit gets bad. I'm not taking any more
always say it.
chances.
Sometimes nothing happens at all, and it's fine. We can't only remember the times the shit gets bad.
Well, there have been some plenty of good shit recently. But honestly,
Anyway,
I get a
whatever.
weird
It's not gonna be
feeling.
that bad, and we'll keep you in the loop.
Alright.
And even if it is bad, we've been through worse.
Let's go track those kids down.
Good luck, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Safe hunting.
Yep.
Wait, track those kids down? Do that? Talk to them now?
Whatever. Let's just end the scene.
It's
Okay.
it's pretty late at night now. Rose, you break off.
Yes.
They go their way.
Lock-
You go yours. Where are you going?
I'm locking the doors behind me. I'm probably just gonna meander. Honestly, no big rush to get back to the Chalice Center. Nothing to take care of. No real fights to get into. Yeah. Can I get the city map?
Yeah. The music really kicked up. There we go. They changed stuff around a little bit. I'm still getting used to the.
Yeah. What sector essentially were the bulk of her wards?
So
That
yeah,
she usually-
the top right.
Up right.
Yeah, this is like this area right here. Man, I think maybe it was right here. I'd have to go back and look. I think it was this area right here is where the Midnight Alley was. I think
And that was pretty central to where her
right, exactly. Well, the Midnight Alley, like that. This right here would have been where the shit was built.
she's gonna go there first. Not to the bar specifically, but to the district and kind of just look around. Really check on the wards, see what needs to be done,
Roll
and make plans.
roll Arcana.
Oh, I don't have any specializations in Arcana.
I know.
I don't suppose since I've been doing this before that I get advantage.
Yeah, I would say so. You've been trained into this. It's not exactly something that you would have proficiency in this at the least, for sure.
Well, that's a 13, but if she's adding her proficiency bonus, that would be an 18.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, everything looks good.
I've been keeping up with it. That's good.
Yeah,
No signs of recent disturbance.
no. Everything looks relaxed.
Well, and yeah, she's gonna kind of meander along that north central ring edge, then back to the Chalice Center.
All right. So you go back. It's pretty late at this point by the time you get back. Do you just go to bed? Do you have a drink? What do you do?
She'll probably grab a drink to take up to bed with her. So, then she loves her family. She's probably going to avoid them, at least tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Make her way up to her bedroom and kind of pause and find that little, pad of hotel paper and a pen. Set it next to her bedside. Kind of think back onto what the currently unnamed gentleman said about the Sons of Sybaris. Kind of get ready for bed, do some meditating, and then go to sleep. If she dreams, she dreams. Hopefully she remembers them.
All right. So as you drift off into sleep, you definitely find yourself drifting off into another vision. And Kovanen and Zazie.
Yes.
What do you guys do?
Okay, so they're walking
back to the
around the block,
manse.
down the street or whatever. So before they get to the manse, Voss Kovanen is like, okay, no, not. We don't have to go pounce on them right now. They're. We do kind of need a plan.
Yeah.
Also, they're probably, I don't know, arm in arm right now in the hot tub.
Busy.
Yeah, probably busy. Anyway, so maybe the morning, maybe tomorrow morning is when they'll be up. They'll each be moving around doing their own morning things, and then which you will be able to see happening because It would be Aaron, presumably.
Hmm.
Are you able to like will that to not be?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know because the lady did a thing and it was, you know. Anyway, yeah. So I'll try to find a reason to keep Kovanen occupied. Um, maybe I don't want to go too far, so I won't like run an errand with him out of the house.
Mhm.
What do you? How do you want to do it? Then I'll try to work around that. What do you?
Well, my one worry about confronting Vea in the Mons is her then knowing that I, as Zazie, have access to the Mons, which may put the disguise of Aaron in jeopardy.
Okay,
That
fair
is
enough.
my worry with that. But there really isn't any better place to do it.
Well, Kovanen knows that you were here, previously. I think the two of you have met at least once. I mean, he knows you lived
Yeah.
here once. There's,
Yeah,
there's,
I thought he was you.
I don't
I
remember.
was so awkward about it. Um, but Vea also knows that I was around as well.
Oh, okay. Well, so there's precedent for you being
Like,
there.
have to worry about. But I think I'll talk with her in the dining hall. So if you could keep him upstairs, that would be preferable.
Sure. I could probably do that.
Hmm.
Well,
And
I guess we'll speak about it again in the morning.
yeah, yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Even if things go bad, you'll be right there. So
Oh,
everything is going to be fine.
it will. It will be fine. She may be. You've met her. You've spoken with her. I don't know if that was just her polite face that she put on, or what, but she may be very different than how you remember her, or maybe she'll be the exact same, and maybe that will be worrisome. I don't know.
Yeah, I think both options are equally terrible.
In their own ways. Again, she told Kovanen that she was a priestess for her family, so she's still
She's still in the family.
that. Probably won't be able to just talk her out of it.
Yeah. Either way, it'll be nice in a way to I've spent so much time worrying about her and wondering where she's been in all of this. And then we come back to Fairhaven and she's been right under our nose the entire time. Ugh.
Yep. Yeah. All right. I guess that's all I have to say about it. I don't know what else to say about it, other than we need to just do this.
You're right. You're right. Aaron will. Well, Zazie will turn back into Aaron before they get to the Mott's. And she'll.
Hey, where's
As they
Lucian
end.
been? He was supposed to be at the thing and then he wasn't.
I
Felt
honestly
said
have no
Felt
idea.
said he made like. Felt was mentioning portals for some reason. Did Lucian go somewhere?
He does do that often. Um, my best guess is that either he's in terrible, terrible trouble and we need to go find him somehow, or he has everything under control and he knows what he's doing.
Time will tell, I guess.
Yeah. And right now, it's time to go to bed.
And so they get back to the manse.
And they
Take
go
care
to
of
bed.
nightly house duties for appearance's sake. They go to bed.
So, Zazie, as you're approaching the house, the faint presence of the assassin from Sharn that you've noticed for a little while now has blipped into the city.
That's worrying.
Yeah. Lucian?
What general direction is he in?
Well, I mean, you're pretty much in the furthest south east quarter. So he's somewhere northwest of you.
Okay.
You can't tell exactly how far. But it's as if he was on a lightning rail that just, flew in. He showed up quick. He was far away. He was stationary for a while. And then within an hour or so, he was here. And now is moving around in the city.
That is quite worrying, but I have enough stuff to worry about right now, so I will not mention it to anyone.
Lucian, you and your group of hunters hunt down the displacer beast, kill it, cook it, and eat it.
Okay.
The three of you are sitting around the fire, exchanging stories about past battles and whatnot, and bond a bit, while Iphany is sharpening her weapons and watching the three of you. She seems very pleased. Rose, as you go back and sleep takes you over, you notice the world around you begin to kind of like dissolve. And instead of your room, you're standing in an ancient battlefield. The ground is cracked. The sky above is dominated by a sun that is dispersing. It's been shattered, and you see it kind of cascading around the planet, forming a ring. Thousands of tiny little fragments that are like pulsing with this divine golden energy that are casting a glow over the landscape, that you're familiar with. If you were to look up right now, you would see it. It's the Ring of Sybaris. But you get this feeling that it's more than this just celestial body, that it really is the body of Sybaris that was shattered during his fight with Kyber. Just this prescient knowledge and understanding of that. And I guess that's where we'll end the session tonight, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Say goodbye to everyone on the internet.